Lyarrah is doing too well.
Just overshot.
Lyarrah, just have another lap.
You guys are supposed to let me win. This is my special.
No.
You're like, that's not in the
You've
contract.
won enough.
Heyo, it's Lyarrah, and I have brought a few of my friends here today to rub it in their face that I have beat them to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. You can remedy this by subscribing to them as well. Please don't hit the unsubscribe button on your way over. Anyway, hi everybody. Does anybody want to introduce themselves real quick while we're here on the main menu?
Okay, so hi, I'm Thomas the Space. I'm the little blue ball you see probably somewhere. I have a YouTube channel with, well, Minecraft content, as far as I know. Everyone does that here. And well, yeah, hope you stop by and, well, help me eventually beat Lyarrah, so I can make like a 2,500 subscriber video and invite Lyarrah because she hasn't made it yet.
Yeah, so far he's been eternally locked at half my sub count, so it'll be interesting to see. And then next on my screen would be Bexy.
Hi, I'm Bexy. I have a Twitch channel and a YouTube channel. It's just under Bexy. You'll be able to find me hopefully pretty easily. That I occasionally do things on. That's usually Minecraft. That basically sums me up.
And then Syria's next on my screen.
Hi, so I'm Sierra. I'm French, so excuse my accent. And I'm doing videos on Minecraft on my channel. It's in French, but no, 2 months ago I started videos in English. So if you were speaking English or French, you're welcome to check out my videos. And yeah, that's it.
All right, and then Oz.
Hi, yeah, I'm Ozothoth, whatever you want to call it. I do Minecraft videos, and that's about it. I also have a Twitch channel that gets irregularly used.
Woo.
All right, and then last but not least, parked over here by the hatchet, we've got Bugman.
Hi. Oh, I'm waving. That's no good. But hi, I'm Bugman CX, aka Bugman, aka Bug. I also do Minecraft stuff and some other bits and pieces on YouTube as well. You can just search for me, Bugman CX, and you'll find me. And I welcome you to come and see what I do.
Awesome, yeah. And then these are all people that I've played on servers with before. I love every one of them. I've done collabs of some form with or another with most of them by now. So what we're going to be doing is I have asked for a bunch of questions from you guys, the viewers. And I have doled them out between this lot. They are going to be asking me the questions. We are going to be using them as discussion topics for the most part, more so than just me answering them straight out. We're going to be starting with some of the easy ones because this is going to be the first round of Golf with Your Friends ever for a few of them. So
We have no idea what we're doing.
Yep. So
Speak for yourself.
Yep. So the first round, we'll lay off the questions just to give you guys a chance to figure it out. So basically, hold down mouse, point towards where you want to go. If you drag the mouse forward, it makes you go harder, and less forward is not as hard. And then you let go to shoot. If any of that makes sense at all.
Ooh,
nice one, Syria.
Yay.
Are you
That was a
sure
good
it's
shot.
your first game? No.
Yes. No, it's my second. Okay.
Oh, it's your second. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, you were in on my screen. That's
oh, I'm getting too much thrust or whatever you call it in golf.
yeah.
Still too much.
Yeah. It does take some practice, yeah.
I just need 2 pixels, right?
Yeah.
Right, about that
There
much, yeah.
we go.
Yay.
5.
Achievement Hunter tends to call it beans, and that's what I've gotten most used to calling it as a result. Oh.
Yeet.
Oh, come on.
Oh my. I bounced like
Yes.
the hole.
Hole in
Oh
one.
yeah.
Yay.
Ooh.
Boy.
I do love the ice cream cone.
Oh yeah, no, I love the ice cream cone so now that we know the controls, and now that you guys are staring down a hard one, I'm
Now it
going
gets serious.
exactly now it gets serious. And I'm going to ask the first question myself because it was one that I think we all can answer. How did you get into Minecraft? Which I personally got linked to it by one of my friends who's still a patron of mine now these days, Cy Reverb. He and I went to high school together, did architecture classes together, and one day he links me to this game and that was in alpha only at that point in time, and he's like, "Check this out! You can build things in it. Let's go build things." So I played back then. I then watched Achievement Hunter play it for a while, and here I still am most of a decade later playing it.
So you were right back at the beginning?
I was at the beginning, but then my computer died. About a year, like about I think 1.7 was the latest thing that was out at that point in time. It was right as Enchanting and everything got in the game. Yeah, it meant that I moved over to console version for a few years.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh.
finally got a computer back about almost 2 years ago now, and got back onto Java, and then for whatever strange reason decided that it was a good idea to go to Bedrock about 6 months ago. So,
But you don't know which version you started on?
I started in one of the alphas. It was before you could have like separate skins, but I want to say there was a day-night cycle already at that stage. I'm not 100% sure.
Pretty early then.
Yeah, pretty early, but I have no way of knowing exactly how early. Yeah, I think it was creative only at that stage still. It was during one of the times that it was creative only, because I know well, Bug, I'll let you explain about your series you're doing, because you're the expert on early versions.
Oh, I'm hardly an expert
Oh,
because
whoa.
I'm learning at the same time. But yeah, the series that I'm doing at the moment is called Minecraft: The Journey, and I started out in the earliest version I could get my hands on, which was a development version of Minecraft. They got released quite a bit later. They never actually got publicly released. But I've been just going through all of the different versions, all the way through from InDev, InfDev, the classic version before that. And at the moment, the series is up to alpha. So in alpha, I've been able to, in InDev, I was able to start a world and continue it all the way through. And we're now up to alpha. And I'm hoping to be able to continue it all the way through to whatever version is out by the time the series ends, if it ever does end. So that's been a lot of fun because I've learned a lot about the early versions of Minecraft and got to play with all the new features just as they come into the game, as if it was 2010 all over again.
I can guarantee you that if you have your world already in alpha, it will stick around.
Yeah, I know that I know. I'm looking forward to seeing how much craziness and chunk border issues I have throughout the series.
Yeah, the chunk border issues will be fun.
Yeah.
I still have a sweet spot for those. And I'm just going to hijack this to tell about how long I've been playing. I've been playing it since alpha, like since 2010 or something. A friends at school showed me this awesome new game, and I thought, well, that's ugly. So
Great.
yeah, that was my first reaction, and I ignored the game pretty much for 3 months. Then I was at a new school. Like sometimes you finish school and you go to the next one, and there other people were playing Minecraft, and then I actually was like, okay, I'll buy it too. Bought it, and well, didn't really stop playing it. It's been a long journey.
This is a crazy course.
Oh yeah, no, it only gets crazier. This is where jumping may come in handy, because you can
Oh, remind me how to do that?
while you're in motion, click the whatever button it was that you used to hold down at the beginning.
There you go.
Okay.
So left mouse by default.
Meanwhile, Buck is stuck below it.
Bug,
I have no
what just
idea how to
happened?
get out of this.
Don't go as high as you just did. So I'm spectating you.
Oh.
Oof. Yeah. Anybody
Yay.
else have any
Oh, it's up
interesting
there.
stories about how they found Minecraft, or or is there anybody who was a latecomer to the game? Because all of us so far have been early comers.
I joined when I think 1.8 had just come out. I think that's when I got Java Edition. I was playing Pocket Edition before then, back when it was still Pocket Edition, without being the sort of altogether thing. But
Yeah.
I actually can't remember who introduced me to the game. I think I just found it on YouTube one time and was like, oh, that sounds fun. And here I am, however many years later, still playing.
I was definitely not an old school player. I started in 1.7.9 as well, which is one of the reasons that I went back to alpha and have done the series that I'm doing, just because I missed all of that. And I wanted to experience it the same way as the early players did.
Makes sense.
Oh, I don't like this one.
No.
It's a hard one, yeah.
Nope. Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Next question.
yeah, next question.
Why the name Lyarrah?
I mean, in part because it's fun to hear people say that. I honestly, listening to people butcher the name when I like subscribe on places has always been one of the funnier things about having my name. But I have always been Lyarrah, it's just Lyra on everything since I was like 10, 11 years old. And I have used different variations of that as my username on various things. And I actually got locked into it because when I made my PlayStation Network account, I just used the name of the Oblivion. That's the name of the game. The Oblivion character that I was playing at the time. And didn't realize you can't change PlayStation Network names like you can most things. So I got a little stuck with the name, and you know, well, it is what it is. Now I've what I'm associated with, and I'm fine with that.
Did it mean anything?
No, it was when I went to make that Oblivion character, I you know, the first thing I do when I'm making a new character is just type in LY and then like figure out something from there. And my my roommate was like, "No, Lyarrah's not like fantasy enough. You have to go with something more unique." So she grabs the controller out of my hand and sits there for like 10 minutes before finally typing in Lyarrah, and she's like, "That's a name an Argonian would have," and hands it back to me.
I wish I knew what an Argonian was.
It's the lizard
Me too.
people in Elder Scrolls. So like Skyrim and that whole thing.
Hole in one.
Nice.
Snazzy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Normally I'd yell drink, but that's not that kind of a gaming session.
I have a cup of tea.
Oh, there you
I
go.
have Pepsi somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, not this one.
Let's see. Unless anybody else have any interesting backstories on how they got their character name or their username?
I was a moderator in around our Minecraft community and decided that having my real name is not the best way to be a moderator in a Minecraft community. So I needed to make something up. And I like space.
You do indeed like space. Oh, which is why you're the space Lego man.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I never noticed that before.
It took me a while to connect it because it didn't like my brain. I didn't actually realize that Thomas was that specific Lego guy for a while. I just thought it was like his own unique skin, and then somebody posted like a meme of space, and I was like, "Oh, I get it now."
That means
I'd probably
Was
have
that meme
known.
posted in Zeta's Discord or my Discord?
I think it was Zug posting it somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a if I'm remembering a meme, there's like a 90% chance that Zugov was the one that posted. I think Oz has the next question. I've kind of dealt them now to everybody.
Yeah, this is either going to be an amazing revelation or something perhaps more normal. Why did you start YouTube? And were you working with Sergey Brin and the other Google people at the time?
Oh man, I wouldn't be chill on here with you guys if I'd started YouTube in that sense. Jeez.
Whoa.
Like I love you guys, but I would definitely either have a lot more money or be a lot more like busy suing somebody for property rights. No. No, as for why I started YouTube, honestly, I am one of those people that like has been watching YouTube since the beginning. Like YouTube started the same year I started college. And so I kept being like, man, I wish I could do that, man, I wish I could do that. I'm just not entertaining enough though. And then just didn't have a computer for like 5-6 years. And then I started streaming really seriously a couple years ago and then got like more and more serious about it. And just kept having people asking me why I didn't just do YouTube also. And I finally gave up and was like, fine, I will try making episodes now that I have a computer again. And people liked it for some reason, so I just kept going.
Would it always have been Minecraft? Or what would you have done?
No, it actually, I never intended for it to be Minecraft is the funny part. I didn't know what it was going to be at any point. I mean, Minecraft was one of the things I was interested in because I did watch a lot of like Achievement Hunter and stuff back in the day. But the first thing that I attempted to make a YouTube channel for with some friends back in the day was actually an abridged series. Like I like you Dragon Ball abridged and all those. We tried to make a Tsubasa Chronicle abridged. If anybody remembers that series, like the anime.
Meanwhile, you can do it, Book. We believe in you.
I know. This is one of the hardest levels. Like we did that deceptively fast. Believe me, I stroked out on this level a lot.
I had a hole in 1 year. I was like, I can jump over these probably. Yes, I
Oh
can.
my god, oh, I can't believe that you. How have I never thought about the fact you could jump over those?
It was 2 perfectly timed jumps.
Go on.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Yay!
Yay!
Oh, I'm sorry, Lyarrah. I wasn't listening to what you were saying.
Oh no, you're fine. You'll just have to watch the video.
I can never do this one.
You want an amount of beans that's more than half, but not all.
Doing so well.
So my YouTube account, I've had it since 2006, right way back when YouTube started. And YouTube is completely different now to how it was back then. And I used to have content back in 2006, 2007 sort of era, back when people would make videos to talk about stuff, and then you'd respond back to YouTubers by posting replies and that sort of thing.
I remember that.
So hidden on my channel, videos that will never ever be resurfaced are videos of me doing that sort of thing from way back in the day. And then it wasn't until I don't know, a couple of years ago that I decided to reinvigorate my channel and do something with it. Probably because I loved the Zedcraft server and I wanted to do something. I wanted to combine my love for Minecraft and the Zedcraft community with YouTube, which is something that had always been in the back of my mind. So I now just do it as a hobby and I love doing it. And I'm hoping to be able to keep doing it and have a full-time job and all that other stuff because it really is time-consuming, but fun.
I got disconnected from the game, by the way.
Yeah, it was the last hole, but luckily when you disconnected. But we'll.
Is everyone else in the hole? Oh man.
Or disconnected. Yeah. Bexy disconnected. You were talking, to be fair, Bug.
That's true.
Yeah, and Bug. It took me 7 strokes. You're still at 6.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Now the hard part.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had like a miraculous landing in between the logs.
It's
it's
good.
Right in the...
My game is not rendering, so I can only see about 2 meters in front of the ball.
Oh yeah, that bar is
Oh
still there.
dear. Yeah, just to tilt it a little bit.
I got
Quick,
it. Okay. No.
Oh,
Time
time ran
ran
out. Yep. All right. So we'll hop back out to the lobby, pick out next level, get back, see back in here.
Woo. Oh, so you wrecked
and,
us.
and that's why I kicked Bexy, because she was the only one challenging me.
So that's what happened. Dang.
Took out a hit on her internet.
Anybody else? Why did you start YouTube? Who hasn't answered this before?
Looked fun. Thought I'd give it a go. I wish it was anything more interesting than.
It's a good reason.
Why
Me
not?
personally, since I played Minecraft, I've also been watching Minecraft YouTubers, and I've also watched Hermitcraft Season 1, and that was just a lot of fun. And from that moment, I always was like, I want to do that. And never really tried it. And then I got into Zedcraft, ZF's Patreon server, and there was, well, other people who just made videos, like small YouTubers. And I was like, wait, I can do it too. So I probably have to thank mostly Buck here,
Oh.
who basically showed like there's small YouTube channels too, and they're also fun.
Yeah, you do it for the love of doing it, and you do it for the
Yeah.
craft, and then the viewers come later.
It is, but
Hopefully.
if anything, I'm somehow managing to prove that, because that's kind of exactly what happened. Oh, by the way, collision's on now.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that was the interesting thing for me. Like I met Bexy, Oz, and Syria on Symmetria, False Symmetry server, where I was playing more so before I kind of moved over to Zedcraft, because the culture there more fit me, by which I mean people aren't as extra at the game. I don't know how else to put it. Everything on Symmetria is big and pretty and intimidating, and Zedcraft is
Zedcraft's
just
very
like,
chilled.
yeah, Zedcraft's like, what's the weirdest thing that we can build right now?
Go big
Is
or
that how
go
I got a
hard.
dabbing penguin on my house?
I'm
What?
That's completely your own fault.
Yeah.
But Buckman got a dabbing penguin on his mansion because he said if somebody built a dabbing penguin, he would delete the chunk, because he's also an admin. So now it's on his house, so good luck deleting the chunk.
oh man,
That's beautiful.
yeah. Honestly, though, I need to go see that in person, because I do love the penguins. But yeah, no, I know we're kind of going in out of order on the questions by me saying that, but yeah, no, like that. The funny thing is that like the first time that I recorded any Minecraft content at all was actually a wither fight that I did with Syria, that my audio was so messed up for that I never actually posted it. But that was supposed to be my first YouTube video, other than my first Minecraft video, other than a UHC that I'd done. Footage never saw the light of day, like I said, but it's just interesting to me that like I'd played it with her at that point in time, and she was doing episodes already, and like I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna, and now here we are, like a year and a half later, and I'm like cranking out the episode still. So thank you, Syria, for doing that first recording with me, I guess is what I'm saying.
You're welcome.
The best advice when you're starting out is just do it. It doesn't matter how
Yeah.
good it is or how bad it is. You just do it. Then you find your rhythm and then keep on going.
Absolutely a
You
learn
don't
by
know
doing.
how many episodes I didn't put out because they were so.
Probably
No.
as many as everyone else.
Yes.
I have so many videos from like 2014, 2015 that are never ever seeing the light of day again. And most people don't even know exist, because I'm like, nope, that's just too bad. They're just too awful.
You ready for the next question?
Yeah, go for it.
It's still a YouTube question.
Yep.
It is, are there any YouTubers that particularly influenced you to make a channel?
Honestly, I still have to go back to probably Achievement Hunter because they were the major ones that I was watching back in the day. Like they're who I watched the most over the years and whose content I kind of like idolize the most. Yeah, we make a lot of jokes about the fact that I've somehow managed to be family friendly, but I did sincerely intend on doing more of their kind of content originally, which is definitely not. Oh my god, Bug, you're camouflaged.
I know.
Oh. But yeah, no, and then more recently I've been lucky enough to actually meet some of the people that I idolize and to have them like say kind things about the progress I've been making. So while they didn't inspire me to do the to make a channel to begin with, they did inspire me to get serious about it. So
Awesome.
Oops.
how about everybody else?
I already named
already-
mine.
Yeah, you kind of did, yeah.
For me, it was probably the Hermits. I discovered Minecraft through the Hermits, kind of. I mean, my friends had said to me years ago, "You should play this game. You don't play many games. You'd really like it." And I said, "Nah." And then years later, I just stumbled across someone else maybe mentioned Minecraft to me or something. I don't know. And then I found Hermitcraft Season 3, and I was right at the beginning of that series, so I watched it from the start. And then I started playing the game and just fell in love. So really the Hermits were the ones that inspired me. And then I branched out a bit more. I found people like Zedcraft, and his sense of humor is right up my alley. So, I loved his channel and joined his community, became an admin there, and the rest is history.
Just funny because you were watching him before he was a hermit, weren't you?
Yeah, back in the ZF Super Minecraft Adventure days, because Mumbo did a feature on him, and that's how I found his channel.
Oh, well, yeah, you came into Hermitcraft way earlier than I did. I came in during Season 4. Actually, via Mumbo, because I think everybody came in via Mumbo at that point. But, no, wow, it's so funny to me, too, because, like, I'm so glad he did join Hermitcraft, because he's sincerely become one of my favorite content creators, just in general, so.
Yeah.
What are you
Like,
doing, Pexy?
like the
I don't know. I'm just bouncing up or down on a lake, and I can't stop.
I can't get out of it either. I'm just bouncing now.
Are you just trying to bounce, or is it just bouncing you?
It's just bouncing me.
It's like Minecraft
Oh.
slime blocks.
Except it doesn't end.
No.
That's weird. Yeah, can you try bouncing?
What if you jump?
Jumping,
if I jump, I just
you go
bounce down.
horizontal. This is just one of the many bugs.
Yeah, this is why it's still
Yay.
in early access 6 years later. Sad
Well,
day.
at least it's good for my score.
I know you played on Patreon servers before. Who's and what did they do
Oh,
that inspired
yeah.
you to play on them? Yeah.
I was looking for wait.
Hmm?
It's hard to talk and play at the same time.
It is.
No, you're
So,
fine. That was part of why we chose this, is because it was going to be funny to know that people struggle.
Wait, I've lost my English.
It's okay.
Oh, I found it.
I was looking at Tangotech's videos, like the Iron Titan and all, and I saw he was playing on a server. And in one of his episodes, he flew over False's jellyfish, and I saw an sorry.
Ack!
And yeah, so I discovered False with the Tangotech video, and then I joined her Patreon server because I wanted to play on a server, and her community seems not too big or not too small. And then I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no, I mean
Uh,
that's a good reason to have started on there.
yeah.
And honestly, I think that jellyfish is what won a lot of us over into being false fans. I'm so
That was a
happy
great
with the
build.
season that she's doing, like the stuff she's doing this season, because it's more in that spirit.
Looks awesome.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Sorry, you and me are both on Symmetria, and I think I joined for a pretty similar reason. Is that I wanted to play on a multiplayer server because I played on a lot of public ones and was like, no, I'm done with these. I want something that's a little bit more mature and that I'm not going to get everything briefed. And I was like, oh, I've been watching Hermitcraft for years. Forces community seems nice. Let's join that one. And here I am, like 2 years later, still there.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
can't leave.
Yeah, now you can't leave. Now
Yeah, I'm
you're
stuck there
moderator,
now.
you're stuck.
Yep.
Okay.
I am well truly in.
Yeah.
No. I wouldn't want to anyway.
Yeah.
Why did we
Oop,
go on
that
this
was
one?
terrible.
You can go either way. It's just
Oh.
a different.
Oh, that's
Which yeah, I still technically have access to Symmetria and everything, but like I mentioned, like I wound up wanting something more laid back personally. Still love her content, but community was you guys are great, but you're too much for me. You're
What?
too competitive.
Oh, yeah. It's a pretty full-on community sometimes because they're just crazy builders too.
Yeah.
The new Titancraft.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I wasn't a crazy builder before. They made me. a crazy builder.
yeah, same.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I still love playing events on there at least, but oh, it's so much. But honestly, that's one of the fun things with it is that there are so many different styles with the communities that are out there.
Oh, Paxi.
Jumps.
Don't throw yourself out of
Yes, no, no, yeah, no.
Why are we going the wrong way?
You can do it. You can do it.
Okay, I'm just staying here then. Yay.
But, yeah.
Par.
All in one. Yay.
Nice.
My next question?
Yeah,
It's my go now, isn't it?
yeah, it's you.
Mm.
So we obviously all know that you used to play on ZF's Patreon server. Do you want to make a game show? Like, is that sheep looking on Truly Bedrock?
Honestly, it would be really fun, but I have zero ideas. I genuinely have zero ideas for anything like that. I do hope that I get a chance, like if somebody on Zedcraft makes it, I hope I get a chance to actually like play in one, but I don't know what I would do for one, so.
If you watched a TV game show, what would it be then?
Oh, I've always been, honestly, the two TV game shows I think I watch the most are like Family Feud and The Price is Right.
Because it sounds like that's the sort of thing you should model a game off and give you an idea.
But I feel like Price is Right would be really hard to do something Minecrafty with.
True.
Family Feud might work, but it's one of those things where it's too many questions, or like it's too Minecraft irrelevant. Like it wouldn't be enough going on inside the game. But that's if people have ideas and suggestions, I think that yeah, I'd be proud to build something in Zed's honor like that in a roundabout way.
I would go with is that pig looking at me?
Not that
Just
literally.
just to
Mix
change
it
it
up
up
a
a bit.
Just like a little bit. It's
Yeah.
really easy to like fall down the other side.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm apparently really good at it. Oh no, not again.
Oh, yeah. I'll race you, Thomas. Oh.
You have a minute.
Yep.
I'm still first. I'm still first. Not for long.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
Thomas, I'll have you ask the next one before.
Oh, that's a fun one. So Octopus Carter, that's a pretty nice question. Have you come to terms with the fact
No.
1,000 people is likely over the maximum capacity of most restaurants in your area?
It feels like it's a very appropriate question for you to be the one to ask too. We joked that this was going to be a roast, and I was like, well, Thomas is the only one here who will actually be doing any roasting, knowing him. Yeah, I haven't thought about it outright like that, but I definitely have had quite a few times where I've seen how many people are in like individual streams and just been like, what? How is there that many people? I could go on this whole long thing about the fact that there was a Haruhi Suzumiya episode a long time ago that talks about like how she realized how many people there were in the world by like being in a football stadium and seeing like all the people there and realizing what a small percentage of people that was. And it's like, I have a feeling that one day I'm going to look at my subscriber count and have one of those moments on it and just be like, what is my life?
Yeah, be having an existential crisis.
Yeah, exactly. Like what? Well, more like, what are the rest of you doing with your life watching me? Jeez.
Sometimes I wonder.
Oh, nice
Okay.
shortcut. I didn't even think about that. Syria.
Yes, but I'm
Oh,
out of strokes.
I'm in
Oh.
fourth place now. I and something went wrong. Can I have my first place back?
No.
So, next question, shall we do?
Yep.
You think?
Yep. See.
Did you ever think you would make it this far?
Oh hell no. Like you guys have seen my existential crisis on a weekly basis about like what is going on. Why is any of this actually happening?
Yep.
How far is this far?
I
I mean, I know it's 1,000 subs, but how far is that in the grand scheme of things?
I mean, I don't. That's hard to tell too. Like, I don't know how far I can go. I don't know how far to expect myself to wind up at the end. Ow! Who did that? Yeah, I don't know how far to expect myself to wind up going either. Like, it's I never thought I was surprised when I passed 100. I was surprised when I got accepted into a server, even though I had nepotism on my side. Like, come on. I don't know how the hell here I am, but yeah,
it
no,
feels
that,
like when you're a small channel that the sub count is important because you can see your growth, and then when you get to a certain point, you just keep going, or at least it feels like that, and it becomes important but less important to keep watching it and watching it.
yeah, and I mean, like, as is, like, once I passed about 700, I started trying to make myself like not look at it so much. Especially because I've been hearing a couple of the people who are like up in the 5 and 6 digits on TB be like, I can tell I'm unhealthily obsessing over my numbers because right now, and like I need to step away, and I'm like, I don't want to make those kinds of mistakes, so I'm like, okay, I'm not going to look at it, and I'm not going to like worry about it, and like my speed on it, like it is what it is, and what happens type of a deal.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But it's, I don't know, when you suddenly realize that something that you've always wanted to do might actually be possible, it gets really hard to not think about it constantly.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
What's this way? You guys are like, oh, that's easier.
Well, you'd say that, but I've tried this like 3 times and I'm failing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I fell in a hole.
Here we go.
But not the right hole, clearly.
Nope.
Another question.
Mhm.
Who is your favorite fan out of your 1,000 subscribers?
Well, that's easy. That's
Thomas!
gotta be.
Why do you collab with so many other truly Bedrock members?
I don't see a point in being on a multiplayer server if you're not going to play with the other people. I can say that's when I'm watching servers, that's one of the things that annoys me the most is when like people start acting like they're on a single player world. And also like all the people that are on there are so fun that's like why would I not?
Did somebody just punch 2 people out of the trap?
Yeah.
See, this is why he's usually the one winning.
Oh.
That was beautiful.
I wish I'd seen it.
Oh.
Whoever
It's recorded.
yeah,
Oh no, Bexy.
No.
yeah, whoever has the footage is gonna have to send me like instant replay of it. Oh.
Oh, this, thanks whoever did that.
Me. That's my own
But you have
expense.
knocked me off.
I actually did well in that
I'm
one.
not sorry.
Yeah, same. I
Sorry.
did not expect that.
Hello.
Oh no.
Hurry
Whew.
I have one ball to get past.
Oh, 14. Oh.
I'm crawling my way up the
Time.
leaderboard. Okay.
Sorry.
There
Go
you go.
back to the questions. The important
I'm
question.
laughing too much.
Tis
now.
Tom.
Okay. Tis Tom asks, "Do you like me or Zap more?"
Yeah, I'm sorry to break it to anybody else in the server, but Tiz Tom's my favorite. He just is. He's my favorite on TV. I'm sorry. Oh.
Bexy
Quick and
just
easy
joined the
one.
lobby, by the way. Just
Do you want to record another version of that answer?
So the next question: when is truly Bedrock getting a 25 by 25 map room? Asked by,
who asked
let's
that?
see, Thomas to Space.
Dude. You know, the funny part is you're the only one out of the bunch of you guys that like actually submitted any questions to me. So I'm just finding it really funny that you actually got to ask one of them. Because that was genuinely not planned. So we don't have a map room, but we do actually already have a map that it's not 25 by 25 because our bases they don't take enough room to need it be that big. But we do actually already have a like I think 16 by 16 map wall.
Oh no.
But Sloy's in charge of that. It's not my problem. It keeps him busy on stream days.
Next question then.
Sorry.
It's an
Yeah, next
important
question. Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's a very deep question.
Uh-oh.
Is water wet?
I like that you asked that, and I immediately know who had to have been the one to ask this because they keep asking it in streams. And I've heard the arguments of like, in order to be wet, something needs to be like covered in water. And here's my argument: unless you have a single molecule of water, it's surrounded by water, so it's wet. Checkmate, atheists.
I don't think water is wet on its own either, because for the same reason that dry isn't dry.
What?
Wet is
Wet.
well, wet is when an object is surrounded by or in contact with water, right? And dry is when it's not.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see. I don't know. It's definitely become like the even more decisive version of pineapple on pizza as far as like questions that people ask continuously just to be pests. Oh, but yeah, no, it's I am of the opinion that yes, water is wet.
So Lyarrah, I have a new question for you.
Okay.
What's your secret for being so good at UHCs?
I feel like I'm not anymore because I'm just doing really bad at them lately. I've played so many of them that I've made every mistake there is to make. I have left the obsidian in a chest so we couldn't make and the diamond pickaxe in a chest so we couldn't actually make our enchanting table. I have died to mobs, I've died to the border. I've yeah, everything you can think of I've done at some point in time. So I'm running out of ways to be bad at them. So all I've got left is to be good at them.
Have you played a UHC which was supposed to be really long but then died really fast?
Yeah.
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 I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
I've done that on a few of them. I also almost I do the Hermitcraft Reddit UHCs. And the first one that I was in, I fell down a ravine like literally 90 seconds in and took 6 hearts of damage.
Ouch.
Oh,
And like that was a kind of humiliation that like I didn't know was possible. So it's like, yeah, I've made a lot less mistakes since then.
That reminds me of the one you would see that I won after getting down to half a heart in the beginning. And
Oh.
just
Oh, well done.
winning by not dying.
GG. And yeah, that's the funny thing is I think that a lot of the time you wind up more cautious when you're low on health than when you're at full health the whole time. So sometimes it's better for you to be trying to conserve 7 hearts than to be like running in like, yeah, I got 10 hearts.
What is that thing?
That's a holy
It's
hand
a holy
grenade.
hand grenade.
Oh no.
Oh, the heck.
Oz has the right idea.
But I've blown it already.
Oh, I was so close to a hole in one.
Oh,
Wow.
On my days.
screw
I'm not
you.
even sure where the hole is at the moment.
Up there where Bexy is. Yep.
Oh, up. Oh,
It's up on the top
there.
right.
Oh.
Also, another good tip for UHGs is get good teammates.
Yeah, there's that
Like, they
too.
can just carry you. It's all good.
Yeah, it
Oh,
definitely.
Lyarrah.
That was horrible. I mean, actually, it put me into a more favorable position, so I'll take it. But yeah, no. Honestly, getting good teammates and learning from them is helpful too. No, there I go again.
I need to move quickly here.
No, we're screwed.
Less than a minute.
Come on, get me.
No.
No. This is painful to watch.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay, there we go. Count up on that one.
You're all 3 back in the same place.
Okay.
No.
Wait for the grenade to go
Hi, Lyarrah.
by.
This one's
Hi.
great.
Yeah, I love
You know,
this
golf in real life is supposed to be stressful. I didn't
Oh
realize
no!
the game would be.
No!
one. Which is funny because everybody says they play golf to relax.
It's not true.
Oh, so close.
Stroke
Did
6.
someone see that?
I feel
Did
like I've
someone
had
see
about
that?
6.
Yeah. I saw that.
Ouch.
Oof.
Next question, I think.
Yeah.
Area?
Yeah.
do you enjoy branch mining, or will you do anything to avoid doing it?
I actually have no problem with branch mining. I think I've played so many UHCs that I'm just kind of used to it.
It's relaxing in a way.
Yeah, it's relaxing in a way. I mean, definitely it's one of those things that I want to make sure that I've got like a good podcaster that I'm streaming when I do. But yeah, I don't mind. I actually will take branch mining over strip mining. I hate like trying to take out entire layers like that. So
I was saying, having like a good podcast or like music or Netflix on in the background is the way to go.
oh
Because
yeah,
then you could just go on autopilot and get all the things, all the shinies.
exactly. That's the best way to do any grind work is just pop on a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You can do
Or a
it,
good
Buck. We
old-fashioned
believe
timer.
in you.
One bug.
No, I can't do it. Believe me.
You might be able to.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
You tried, I
That-
think.
That was also closer than I expected.
Yeah, would have been really impressive if it worked.
Why cannot I use the free cam when I'm spectating? Come on.
I don't know. Yep.
I see the next question is for me. If you drop a bar of soap on the floor, is the floor clean or is the soap dirty?
Hmm, knowing my house, they're both dirty now. I,
Whoa.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more to clean than just has soap on it. So well, it's a silly question. I don't know. I feel like it's definitely not that the floor is clean now. I feel it's that like now I've got more things that need cleaning.
Oh, damn you, sheep.
Oh, damn you,
I'm
edge of the map.
struggling. Oh, hi, Bugman.
Also,
Hi.
yes, you
Doesn't
do
even drop a
absolutely
line.
have to throw yourself into the guns on this one.
Okay. I
Hi,
pulled off the
Lyarrah.
shot. I
Hi,
wanted to.
Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
Oh,
Oh, hello. Hi.
Oh, this is a dangerous spot to be in. I don't like it.
is that sheep looking at me?
If it is, run.
Yes, no, yes, no.
Maybe.
If I remember my
No.
chemistry, the thing about how soap works, it always sticks to dirt. So soap would be dirty if you
Makes
threw it on the
sense.
floor.
Makes sense. Yeah, because I feel like you kind of gotta like wash, like you have to like remove the outermost layer of the soap to make it clean again. To get all the
This is
dirt
such a
off of
deep
it, you know.
question.
Listen, I told people I wanted them to put the silly questions in too, and I meant it.
Okay, so my question next then. What was
yes.
your first ever game as a kid?
Jeopardy Junior on the regular Nintendo system. I had Jeopardy Junior and Bible Adventures.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
we won our Nintendo system from a church picnic. That's what, like we're like I love all the reactions from all of you guys this way. It's like, now that's one of those really American moments of me.
Yep.
But I wound up like having every question to that Jeopardy Junior game memorized by the time I was like 6 years old. And for a long time, that and like Tetris on the computer were the only games that I had.
No.
Nice one, Lyarrah.
Yeah,
I-
I've just face planted.
I'm really struggling with this one. I can't get off the tee.
Oh dear.
So my first game was probably a game called Lazarian, and it came on a cartridge which I plugged into my Commodore 64. It was
Nice.
probably just a game that came with a whole computer kit when my dad bought it for me.
I stroked out.
But I loved my Commodore 64.
Oh.
Oh
It's-
no.
You were my enemy at school then.
Sorry?
Well, it was you were either a Commodore 64 owner or a Spectrum owner.
Yeah.
And we had a ZX Spectrum, and my first game was Mr. Wimpy,
I
which
don't
was a
know that one.
tie-in with the burger chain that I don't know if that made it to America.
No, I've heard of it through like various like media, but we don't have Mr.
Yeah.
Wimpy, and we don't have we don't have that game.
Or the ZX Spectrum, it didn't really come out.
It was called the
in-
Timex in America, I think.
Oh yeah?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think that those ones might slightly have predated my sentience, unfortunately.
Oh, I was about to take a shot and someone wiped me out.
That might have been me. Sorry.
I think this is the
Okay.
first time that I've seen us all together, like, past the tea in ages.
Yeah.
Last year I did a game series where I love retro games. I was never too much of a modern gamer, but I loved the 90s era of games, you know, classic Doom and all of that sort of thing way back in the day. So I did a series
No.
of only 4 episodes a year ago, which was called Bugman Plays Retro Games. And I want
loved your
to bring that one
thumbnails.
back.
I love your
And-
thumbnails for that.
Yeah, they were great, right? And it's just about playing these old games. Only about 20 minutes per episode, per game, sort of thing. So just a fun way to revisit some of the old school games.
Yeah, and honestly, it might be fun to do something like that just to try games that I've never gotten to try. Because I missed out as the whole like we got those Nintendo from church picnic might have implied. I had very much a like you're not allowed to play video games type of family, so I missed out on a lot of stuff that everybody else my age played. So I'd be kind of interested to go back and get to try them. No!
No. This is a hard one too.
I'm gonna stroke out.
No.
Oh, so close.
I just
run out
got
of time.
out of time.
Did
Who
anyone
was
see-
there?
I did.
Oz
Oz did.
Oh.
Screw you, Oz.
Next question, I think is
Yeah,
Syria.
next is, yeah, Syria.
Top 3 favorite Pokemon.
Wow. It's funny because I prepared for this question and I still don't remember what I was going to answer for it. I am basic as hell and really love Eevee. Eevee and like I traditionally speaking, I wind up doing like getting both versions of the game and playing one version with nothing but Eevees and the other version like with the regular stuff. But other than that, I gotta say like I'm a sucker for most of the water starters, but especially Piplup. And then I actually really love Axio, but that's probably just because it was the most adorable thing in the whole anime for a long time. So, like, if there's one thing I've learned is that the anime is very successful in its mission to, like, market everything and make all of the Pokemon be really cute.
Oh, Bexy, you're still with me.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you
Keep
guys,
getting blown.
No.
About.
yeah,
Please.
I got exploded
Balls.
several
No.
times. Oh, I think you guys
No.
are ahead of me. I see you.
No, yes,
Oh.
we made it. We did it.
Yay.
Oh, so
no.
romantic at the same time. Stay together
it.
till the end.
I can do it.
I know, right? Go
Even
on,
the
Lyarrah.
end of this
Yay!
complete level.
Yay!
Hey,
Oh, it's the end of the room.
well
Oz
done.
wiped the floor with us again.
Yeah, Oz
First-
is really
first
good at
time.
this game. We'll choose an easier level for the last bit. So
Please.
There were too many explosions in that one.
yeah,
Mhm.
ready.
You know, every time there's a new generation of Pokemon, I play with the new ones, but I like to have my Luxray, for example,
Mhm.
in my box somewhere on the game, and say hi to him
Aww.
to it, and then I know I won't buy Shield and Sword because Luxray is not in it.
Aw.
I don't want a game without my Luxray.
Oh.
Like a
But yeah,
sentiment.
every time I try to make a full team with new Pokemons. But
Yeah.
right now, everything I've heard about those games, I don't really want to play, so I'm not playing. But yeah,
And I sat out on. Well, I didn't intend to sit out. Uh-oh. Did Thomas ran off?
I should not have. Oh no, I didn't know the game started again.
Oh, sorry, my bad. No, I played Sun and Moon and I played X and Y, but I only got through like the first like 2 hours or so of both of them. Like they just didn't grab me for some reason. And this has been the first time since Black and White that I've actually like enjoyed the game again. So, but I can like I feel like people are fully in their right to be irritated with some of the stuff about the game and everything. Like I'm not going to tell. Oh, by the way, this whole you can go in from below. You don't have to go in through the top. Just so that people don't suffer like I did the
Cry.
first time. But yeah, no. No, and like yeah, especially if you've got like the one that you're upset that you can't have again, like that I understand. It's just the people that are like, oh, I can't have my like same team that I've taken with me through all the games. It's like, well, then wait for the third version, or maybe it's time to get a new team. I don't know.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Nice.
Mm.
That wasn't too bad.
Ready for the next question? Ooh, that was
Sure.
an awful shot. What is your favorite and least favorite mob in Minecraft?
So my new favorite mob isn't actually in regular Minecraft. It's only in Minecraft Earth, and I just found out about it a couple days ago. And that's the Jolly Llama. It's a reindeer, it's a llama cosplayed as a reindeer.
It's so adorable.
Um,
Oh, I was hoping someone would knock me in.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
As far as like in the regular game though, Shulkers I think are my favorite. Because they look so grumpy with you all the time. They're just like, who goes there, go away. Oh my god, hole in one! I've never gotten hole in one on this one.
That's beautiful.
Oh god, yeah, and then the shulker sounds, and then my least favorite mob, baby zombies.
Oh.
Actually, I
Yeah.
guess now it's baby husks because baby zombies finally burn.
Again,
Yeah,
they
but-
used to.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't realized that they hadn't back in the day. Now,
Yeah, it was a bug fix.
ugh. No, the baby husks because they still don't burn. Screw those guys.
Bexy, how did you get there?
Are you just hanging in space?
I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
think she's in the hole. It's just that she's
Oh,
clipped
I
through
am,
the
yeah.
wall.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm just
Alright.
special, that's all. It's fine.
Yeah.
What's everyone else's favorite mob actually? And least favorite mob?
Yeah.
I do like the Enderman because the Enderman is specifically Minecraft to
Mm.
me.
I can agree
Like
with that.
zombies can be zombies and pigs can be pigs, but the Enderman, it'll always be Minecraft. Besides that face when it looks at you, you can't beat that, can you?
Oh,
That feeling.
True that.
You can't
yeah,
beat
one-
that feeling.
No.
one like now that they've got the scary jaws, like oh my god. Like I feel so
Oh.
threatened.
Hi.
I also feel like Endermen are the only mob that I'm still like genuinely scared of. And
Yeah.
not
The sound effects help.
Mm.
yeah, exactly. Where I'm just like, nope, get me out of here.
Who just punched me in?
No. You just put me in the middle hole.
No.
Oh, hi, Syria.
I'll do it, Thomas. I'll play pool. Oh,
Hey, thank you, Thomas.
yeah, let's play pool. Oh, you're too late.
I got like completely.
Oh,
bricked in.
this is gonna be a terrible one. I'm gonna do. Oh,
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, why? Bug, why
You're
you do
wrong.
that?
Bug.
you're in the
Buddy.
wrong
Less
world.
beans. Less beans.
Other way.
Well, I was trying to clear the thing. I just was trying to figure out how much I need to do.
Oh.
Kick the can.
With
It's
that
a lot
weird
funnier,
mushroom.
but it's not yourself who's stuck in the hole.
I know.
You have like 15 seconds.
Yeah, I know. You can all watch my pain and misery.
You can do
Yay.
it, Bug. I
I wish
believe
I
in
had
you.
popcorn.
Yay!
Woo!
Impressive last 2 seconds.
Whew.
Anybody else want to supply their favorite mobs? Because I do love those kinds of discussions.
Baby slime. My favorite. It's so cute.
Oh yeah, I
It's
always
so
have fun
cute.
with baby slime.
And they don't harm you, so it's even better.
Where you just wind up suddenly the mother of 3,000 slime.
Yeah, and there's a problem with that. Why?
Oh no, I'm just laughing about it. Like when you just like whatever you're doing, you're just being followed around by all these baby slime. Like, yep, just taking up the mob cap so that I don't have to worry about anything else.
Like the
That's
dream.
what they're for.
Yep.
Least
Oh.
favorite would probably have to be the baby husk as well, I think, because they're just annoying. Or cave spiders. I have a strong dislike for those two.
Oh yeah, as a UHC player, cave spiders are horrible.
That's what put me down to half a heart in that
Yeah.
one that I won. So I don't really hate them that much.
Much like the Enderman, they are one of the only mobs that I'm still genuinely scared of because I hate them so much. I think that's only because I only come across them in UHCs.
Yeah, I can relate there.
I don't really like phantoms.
Yeah,
Because
I agree with you
yeah,
there.
you've got to slippery 3 nights and it's annoying.
I felt like they were a bit of a mistake.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'd say maybe like every 5 days I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm one of those
But
people who
I
sleeps
don't mind them.
every night anyway because I don't like dealing with creepers. But like at the same time I agree that phantoms are a pain in the butt, and I'm still upset that we got them instead of the antlions.
Oh yeah.
They're still just bouncing away out there.
You guys, area.
I would still like to see more in the end.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It's not variety because once you've been to the end islands, you've gone to the end city. Like, there's no other real reason to stay on just to get more shulker.
We need like a boss
Loot, I guess.
shulker.
It sounds terrifying. I don't even go end raiding by myself. Like
Oh,
having a
Thomas.
boss shulker
We're
is
in
a
a
nightmare.
perfect position, aren't we?
Oh, I made this.
Ooh, I thought you would hit that. Oh, I'm outside of the map.
You definitely are.
I tried to jump in, but it isn't working.
Oh no!
What about a baby ender dragon?
Oh, that'd be cute.
It could hatch.
I wouldn't be able to kill it.
Oh, thank you.
Almost an assist.
Oh, I need to revise my favorite mob. Baby turtles!
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
So small.
Baby turtles are so
Baby turtles. I know.
Mm.
I wish they kind of just grew a little bit more though, than just kind of going from like absolutely tiny to just ginormous in like
Yeah.
one poof.
That is one like I know the next question I think was like was there a block or is there a feature that you want added to the game? Oh, I guess I only put the block, not the feature part of that question. And like animals actually growing would definitely be high on that list for me. Like
That
I
would be
understand that it would be a pain in the butt as far as like the coding, but like that and then like different breeds of dog are definitely both high on my list. We need a dog update the way we got a cat update.
Mm-hmm.
What is your professional or academic specialization?
I am a 5-time college dropout.
Woohoo!
I've been in customer service for 12 years, and most of the college times I dropped out after one semester. But I do have half of an architecture degree and half of a physics degree, so I guess Minecraft is the right spot for me to be in with this.
That, or you could hold a
Yeah.
pub conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
How did I never know you did physics?
that's the one that I
Physics.
did since I knew you, because that's what I was just doing last year. Like I
So why
joined
did-
Symmetria while I was working on my physics degree.
Why did you pick those two things, physics and architecture?
Architecture, my high school had had a program for, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I went for it, and that was like the first thing I tried to do. But then I decided I didn't want to be stuck as somebody's crony for like 20 years. So, and then physics, I love math, like sincerely.
Okay.
So I love space and everything, so I was actually wanting to be like I was like looking at all the pictures from like the satellites, like the flybys on Saturn. I'm like, I want to be involved in making these happen. So I'm gonna go back to school and I'm going to like work on like something that'll get me to like NASA or SpaceX or something. But then had to give up. Wouldn't mind going back, but
You can always study those things just for the joy
You can, yeah, you definitely can. It's just like college was too prohibitively expensive, thanks America.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you guys.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I just
Oh.
launched myself.
Thomas to space, literally.
Yeet. Yeet.
New question?
Yeah.
This is a question from Nuclear Shadow. Why do you have thick arms on your skin?
So I am just going to do a little more highlighting here. This is the Luna by Luna. Just popping. Hello? You're coming with me. What? Okay. Hi. Okay, well, I'm going then. Goodbye. Where are we going?
Or in short, because I believe in truth in advertising. And I'm going to, it would be a lie for me to have skinny arms on my skin. But yeah. This is the last hole of this course. There's still a couple more questions I might, and of course I'll be gladly answer any that people want to put in the comments section or anything, but I think that's going to wind up wrapping it up unless any of you guys playing with me have questions.
Why did I just
How
miss
do
that
you-
shot?
How do you finish this level?
Through pain and suffering.
By not going off the end of the dock.
Yeah, that's not working out for me. I'm
Like inch your way inch your way closer to the end of the dock. Just do like, you know, yeah, and now go straight that way to the right there.
Yeah, I do want special points for the fact that at one point I actually jumped back into the map, but it threw me out like 1 second before I hit the green.
Oh no, that sucks. Yeah, this is honestly a hard hole. The last holes of all of these are definitely hard. So
2, 1, no.
No! You were so close.
I'm not last.
Lexi won.
Yay, I'm nine. Nice.
Vexy won. Yeah, I don't remember who won that first one. It was either Oz or Vexy. One of you two won
Lexi
every.
lost, got disconnected.
Yeah, but she was
Yeah.
she was like.
Next to me,
yeah, she was right next to you, so I don't know which one of you two was. So I'll have to like
Probably
post
Oz.
up the final scores and see what everything was. But I
Who is the
definitely,
Supreme champion?
regardless, I want to definitely thank you guys for coming and hanging out for this and like doing this video with me. Like you guys are all people that have been influential to me over the course of starting out YouTube, and who like. I hope to drag you guys on the servers that I'm on in the future and stuff like that. Like you're people I want to keep playing with. So thank you so much for coming here to do this silliness with me. And viewers, I cannot recommend any of these 5 enough. Like please, like check them out, check out their content. They're all a little bit different, but so there's gonna be something for everybody. If you like my stuff, there's something you will like from every single one of them.
That's so cute.
That was beautiful.
It was.
Oh, so
Oh,
touching.
I love you nerds, okay?
I love you too.
I love you too.
Oh,
Sense
I wanna-
hugs.
I want to add to that though that Lyarrah, you're also an inspiration for us because the amount of
Mhm.
communities that you participate in and how you get involved with everybody and every group, it's amazing to see what you do and how much time you spend with people in the community.
I'm
Yep,
just
agreed.
a serial extrovert, man. I can't stop talking. I can't stop talking for 2 minutes, so I'm just glad that it's led me to meet people like you guys, and that it's given me the opportunity to have all the opportunities I've had, whether it's been joining Symmetria and Zedcraft and doing all the things I've done on there, or joining Truly Bedrock now.
Lyarrah, I'm going to cry.
Yes.
I think most of the rest of us will too.
I'm
I mean, I'm tearing up a little bit myself, but Heyo! I just want to take a second to thank all of you that are watching as well. I know I thank the friends that came to help with the video plenty, but you know, whether you were my first subscriber here on YouTube, like 3-4 years ago, back when all I was doing was posting some random Overwatch VODs, or you just started following today after I already hit my 1,000, you still, you know, were a part of all this. So I want to thank you for getting me here. And while I am finishing up this video, I want to make a couple of quick announcements. One is that I've got some changes coming to my Patreon over the next day or two. I am working towards the goal of having a patron realm before, well, and I was going to say before the year is out, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it quite that soon. But there's going to be a goal posted on my Patreon about it within the next couple of days. And of course, you know, in general, if you still haven't joined my Discord, the link is down there in the description. You should definitely come hang out with all of us. Because whether you are a patron or just, you know, somebody in the chat, we are going to start doing mini game days a couple days a month, because I want to spend more time with all of you playing playing golf with my friends like this. Really, you know, drilled it in how much I love playing mini games and stuff. So yeah, come hop over in there. And regardless, again, thank you all for taking the time to hang out with me today or any other day. You've made this possible, and I can't say thank you enough. Bye!